Well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Uh, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you are tonight, we would like to welcome you to our Thursday's edition of the Closing Argument. We want to welcome you. We still working on our schedule, but most likely we will be coming on Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. We're going to start 3 days next week. This week we're going to be on. We came on yesterday, Thursday, Friday. We will not be on, but we will be back next Monday in full detail. But we'd like to welcome you. Our colleagues will be joining us shortly. We want to look at the issue and discuss the issue here tonight. So we'd like to welcome all our fans to the closing argument. We're going to be having a very exciting conversation tonight. Very, very exciting. There's a lot going on, and we want to be that. We want to be here to help us get the information across. But we'll be joined shortly by St. Tomalin, Nyenwolo George. We'll be joined by Mr. Honorable Keff Hassan, Chairman Ben Sanvee. We got Lufa Julius. We have Robert Gago, the man, and some other panelists will be joining us as well for us to go through the what's happening in Monrovia. It's a lot going on. Understand that NEC will be certificating some of the winner of the election tomorrow. I believe the tomorrow should have been the presidential as well, but there have been communication issued by the Unity Party that the president-elect will not be available tomorrow. I think they will have to reschedule that date. So we're going to talk about all of that today. We just like to welcome you and ask you to join us. We are going to be having an exciting show for the next 2 hours. 2 hours, and then we're going to try to do 30 minutes of phone calls. Yeah, we should be on YouTube. I will definitely check on that and see, and then we'll post it in the live feed here so that you guys can go on YouTube. But definitely we'll try to post that tomorrow. So while you are coming on, give you a chance to come on. We need at least 100 people to come on right away before we begin the show. But let me go ahead and try to recognize some of our fans who are in the who are watching with us. Always it's a delight to have Kitile Tobagi. Welcome, my friend, to have you watching today. We also have our friend Jose Sneh. He's watching from all the way Dwazon, Magibi County. Miss Asata Dozen. Yes, I remember. Asata, welcome. She's watching from Maryland, USA. And we have Human Tro Kringa. He's watching from Minnesota. We are live on Truth FM 96.1 as well. Truth FM 96.1. And we should be on Hot FM as well. But Truth FM. So if you want to go to the radio, go to Truth FM 96.1. Guys, there we are also live on it. Miss Yaman True Kringa, watching from Minnesota, and we have Enzamini Samuro Dolly. Welcome. He's watching from Minnesota as well. Thank you, Yumandro Kringa, Richard Bala, welcome. Pali Orita Red Tool, welcome. Black Duke, welcome. Jerry Heaney, welcome, my friend. Credible Sharif, welcome, man. Welcome, Credible. Always good to see you here, man. We hope that we can bring you on one day, Credible Sharif. Junior Marcelo, welcome. And to our own sister in Maryland, Winifred Smith. Winifred, welcome, man. It's been a while. I'm hoping to come back to Maryland. Always coming to our sister in Maryland, Miss Markan Rano. We're going to come back to see you. And also, we'd like to welcome D.R. Morrison, Dolly the Terror, one of our lawyer follower here, Jim Kayete, Abel and Momo, uh, uh, Ja Eddie, welcome from all the way Season Weed District, Season District from Grand Bassa County. Hey boy, welcome folks. There are others who are joining by radio. Some is Miss Cardi Port. We'd like to welcome you, Cardi. You know, the beautiful food at the restaurant in Monrovia. You know, if you're in Liberia, man, if you go to SKD, there's a restaurant right there, and man, they cook some of the best food there. That's where I always like to eat. But it's good to welcome Muhammad Izzadullah is watching from all the way in Minnesota. Yes, we back, Muhammad. Uh, Bijo La, welcome, man. I'm here. So we looking forward. You know, it's been a lot going on. You know, there have been folks saying that we were dead and all of that, but we actually were just taking some break to come back because we all travel, and you know, getting settled and getting back to work. A lot was going on, but we are back. We're back, and we are hoping to bring you the show as possible and tell you what's going on in our lovely country, Liberia. Thank you, Jerry. Jerry said one of his favorite show. So we are back, but the closing argument was not. It's not close yet. We are back, and we are back on a very stronger note. But we're looking forward to see what's going to happen. We had a very very great election, very peaceful, very lovely. We have a beautiful concession. We have a new president, Vice President Joseph Boakai, President elect of the Republic of Liberia, and VP Jeremiah Cohn. You know, we have a new leader, and I think it was a great thing to see how the election unfolded, how the concession went on, and everything was just very peaceful. I think I commend the people of Liberia for such a peaceful election. So what we're looking forward to is to have a beautiful transition. I think so far it's been going very well, and Liberia is moving on. Liberia have made history, especially in the sub region, to see how peaceful and the concession and everything was. You know, we've made history, and I had the opportunity of traveling with welcome Aaron Zane. He's watching from Rehab ELWA community. On my way back to the U.S., uh, 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 I did sit in the plane with one of my with somebody, and he's one of the diplomats from the U.S. Embassy, and he was telling me. He asked me, he said, "Are you from Liberia?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Look, man, the election was very, very peaceful." He said, "We in the diplomatic community were really impressed. You know how things went and how the concession went. You know, we were really amazed. I think Liberia made history. So we need all the Liberians need to commend themselves, and we need to move on. You know, election is over. You know, in every race there will be one winner. You know, not everybody can be number one at a time. You know, in every race there'll be one leader, somebody who won, and Joe Buckeye won the election. So it's time. I know it's difficult for a lot of people who didn't expect this, but it's election, folks. Be a winner, So it's time to, move on. We have to, let me welcome some of the folks here. Aaron Zane, filing from Reha EWA community. Uh, Dabosi Tia. I hope I'm that way some Tia. Okay. Good afternoon from my end, Darren. Good to see you, buddy. Pella Orita Reto, welcome. And then African Charge. Well, we just coming on. We people will join us, so we're not People will come on. We're just coming. But folks, if you're watching, what I want you to do is to share the show. I want you to share it. You know, a lot of people, we've been away for a long time, and a lot of people I'm not sure. You know, I get called every day when you got coming on and stuff like that. But all I want you to do is, if you're watching, just share it. You know, we will starting next week. We're going to be on 3 days a week. You know, and hopefully, what we're working on is a Sunday program that where we're going to have a special program on Sunday. You know, and where we're going to ask a couple of both questions from religion. Going to be Christian, Islam, or what we ask folks question. If we answer that question, we're going to give you a prize. So we're still working on that. Hopefully, in the next week or two, we'll come back. We're still working on some sponsor who will provide the funding so that we'll be able to provide to our callers, stuff like that. So we're going to be working on that. We're going to be trying to make a move on Sunday. But as I was saying, you know, I was coming and I met this diplomat, and he was saying, he said, "Look, man, Liberia made history. You know, we were really, really surprised to see how peaceful the election was conducted and how things went and everything." So, you know, we Liberians need to pat themselves on the back for a great job. You know, it's time for us, the healing process, to begin. You know, some folks may not be happy. You know, your party did not win, and you may just not be happy. You know, you just feel that, you know, you should have won. But, you know, in every race, there will be one winner. And as difficult as it may be for some of you, uh, 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 we can also, you know, learn from there and to move on. You know, so, you know, learn, and we can move on. This is what, like, your age, you know, every government, you know, come to power, and somebody else will also lead. So let us foster the message of peace. I think it's time that we all foster that message. You know, not trying to create any kind of problem because we did not win the election. Obviously, we will hold this government to the feet. I mean, if they don't do what they promise, we're going to hold them to the feet. But this is time for us to move on. You know, the election is over. You know, we have a new leader, and let's try to foster that as well. Uh, 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 but I can tell you that we did made history, and I commend President Ria for that, because uh, 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 especially on the region. Our friend watching from South Dakota, good to see you. And Paulette Orita Rare, yes, yes, we made history. We must commend and applaud President Ria for a peaceful transition. I think this is one of the best in our history. You know, and I think it tells you who the man George Weah is. You know, rather peace instead of people getting out there. But I'm telling you, uh, this we know in some other countries how it has been. You know, you have had leaders who will not just accept the fact that they didn't win. So we see here today that Liberia, Liberia made history, and I think it's important. And one of the things here too is that one of the things that I've learned over the course of this whole process is Liberians are very difficult people, because uh, they blame people for taking side. You know, even the national media in America, the New York Times, the LA Times, and other news mongrel in this country, they do endorse a party. I don't know why sometimes we Liberians we making an issue that if somebody was to join the other party and become part of another, supporting another party, and then we make an issue out of that. I think everyone has the right to choose who they want to be with, you know, to select and support who they want to support. I don't think there should be an issue. I don't think there should be something that people come on national on Facebook and trying to tease people. I've seen people have been going around showing blue plastic bag. Oh, you were teasing. Oh, that's politics, folks. People will say things. You know, not everything the politicians say come to life. They will promise you we'll do this in the next 6 months. We'll change this in the next 7 months. We'll do that. Not everything they say really come to light. So I mean, what we need to understand is it's politics. It's election. So now Let move ahead. This is our country. Let Liberia move ahead. And one thing we should also understand that the President-elect Boakai now is the president of not only the Unity Party, but he is the president of the entire country, the president for all Liberians. And opportunity created should be created for all Liberians. So that's the fact. But we must accept uh, 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 that people don't have to support your party in an election. If he was supporting, if I was supporting John before and decided not to support John, that's my prerogative. I can go anywhere. I can support anybody I want to support. If I criticize John before and say he was not a good man and went back to supporting, I think it's my prerogative. I can decide who to support. I don't think people should be making an issue or who supported who or who went behind who or who did what, stuff like that. Because I see this trending all over the place, all over Facebook. Oh, this person, that's election, folks. But let's come back together. Let's come back as we were before. Let's be that friend that we were before. The politics is over. There's no need of division here. There's no need for us, Liberians to be divided because the other party won. I think it's time for us to come together and be as one. Friends can come together, get together again, and chill the way they used to be, and they need to be friends. So it's very important. But we are still waiting for our panelists to join us. I see Isaac McO'Berry, Nipo Senior. He's watching from Minnesota. Somebody say I believe politics is not my era. Well, I don't know what you mean by that. You can be in politics. You can be anybody you want to be. You can be a humanitarian. I'm still a humanitarian. I still do a lot of work in Liberia. I was there in Liberia just the other day, and there were a lot of projects that we completed. So you know, being part of a political party or supporting a cause is not a politician. Doesn't make you a politician. You're just supporting a cause and feel what is right for your country. Meston Boy, yes, closing argument is still alive. We are back. We are not dead. Miss Yvette Cephas, good to see you, man. Welcome to the closing argument. Spencer too. Yes, we are still waiting for the YouTube channel. I wish we had our phone ready. I will definitely take some calls before our panelists come, but our technical guy is not here yet, so we are still waiting to see if he come, and then we'll be taking some calls. But uh, uh, we're looking forward to see you guys. Come on. But welcome everybody. Benjamin Sanvee, Tomalin George, Keff Hassan. We're waiting for you. The closing argument is on. So we're looking forward to see you guys. But as I was saying, the election in Liberia is over. We have okay. We have. I think the YouTube channel is on. You can click at the bottom. The YouTube channel is there. You can look in the live feed. It was just posted, so you can look there and come on. The live feed is there as well. So you can click there, and there you go. We are on. We are also live on YouTube, so you can click there. But let me thank you, Duke. Thank you for posting that. Uh, uh, Spencer told what happened to the only lady. She is actually, I believe, she's in Liberia. She's working with the Joe Barker campaign. They are doing part of the team that's playing up. But Jackie will be joining. Thank you, Manston boy. Suman, no, she's not. She's actually in Liberia. I think she's working with the transitioning team or on the cleanup campaign team. So Jackie will be coming back soon. Jackie is in Liberia. She'll be joining us soon. But yes, guys, we are on YouTube, and we are looking forward you joining us. We also, while I was in Liberia, I traveled to a lot of places. I like to go to places that folks don't really like to go. I've been to a lot of villages in Liberia. It's the area that I go that I do a lot of charity work, and I went to these places and I saw the excitement in the faces of the Liberians, especially during the election. People were all online, were excited, to vote. We're going to get a new leader, the same leader. I saw folks from the CDC, I saw folks from the ANC, for all the political parties, and see the excitement in the faces of the Liberians. But guys, one thing I'll say here is that I know we voted. You know, somebody said that you need to manage uh, 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 our expectation. That's something very important. Welcome, my brother, Honorable Keff Hassan. Folks talking, manage your expectation. Election. As I was saying, folks, it's not a one-way thing. People will say, "Oh, yes, we can. We're going to do this. This is going to happen." So you think when somebody's elected now, the road will be paved in the next 2 months. This going to happen, stuff like that. So it's not like that. Who said that? I think it was former finance minister Amara Kane. He said, "Look, folks, you got to manage your expectation because going forward, it's not going to be an easy fix." And I think so. The CDC-led government have paved the way, for a very peaceful transition. President Weah did an awesome job. Take it or like it. You can call me what you want to call me. We are sharing what happened. Okay, folks are asking for the YouTube name. I don't know it. We're going to get back to you. Uh,
It's
uh, uh,
closing. It's closing argument. Just put closing
it's
argument.
closing argument if you go to YouTube. For Soma though, uh, the closing argument has been closed. We should be talking about opening the argument, transition to governance, all of that. Well, the argument won't close until argument is open now for the next 6 years. But Kev, welcome, man. Come on, Kev. Share with us something,
Yeah,
man.
how are
Welcome,
you?
Kev.
Yeah, how you doing, Dr. Peabody, and to all the folks out there? The closing argument will not be closed, like I said yesterday, till Liberia become a better place. So I don't think we should close the argument. Close the argument should be always there. When Liberia become a better place, then we'll close the argument. But you're talking about. I heard you talking about managing expectation and all that. At this at this moment, like we were saying yesterday, at this moment, um, we will believe that uh, the the folks that are coming in from the Unity Party will believe that they have everything together, and that's why they ran on it. So I was reading a post from Mr. George Logwell, who slammed his own Unity Party for going with managing expectation. They should not lower the bar because they, they are saying they got it fixed, they got it covered, they got it covered that we will not have no bad road no more. The electricity will be all over the country. Children will not be selling on the streets. Everything will be good. So I think we should hold them to that. Uh, 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 Unless they're telling us it was just empty rhetoric, and I don't think empty rhetoric should be out there because people out there need help. So they say they can do it better, and the Liberian people 1.28% believe them. So we will actually and see what it did. The good thing about it, they they did not say that they did not say we would do it. They put a time limit. They say the first 100 days we will do a lot. First 100 days. So they did not say like, okay, we will do this. So the argument to say, oh, we still there, we still trying. No, they a lot of stuff they say the first 100 days. So we will wait and see. But I think they got it. They got it in the bag to get 24-hour current the first 100 days. They got they got in the bag to they got in the bag to my man, it's luckily people they got in the bag to fix the road that car will be stuck in the first 100 days. That TV will be in all counted in the and first 100 days. I think they got in the bag. You know, the because the folks from the Unity Party and the 1.2% I vote for them. I think they see GMB as that savior. Maybe I don't remember my scripture well, but I think it's John 14:14, right? In my father place, there's a mansion, the street will pave with gold. And he said, if it was not so, I wouldn't have told you, right? And that John 14:14, right? That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. So that's what they say. Matter of fact, one of our good friend and Meape, Gwando, she always recite that. She said, if it was not so, we will not tell you that, Jambi, we'll do this, we'll do this. The hospital will be, uh, the state of the art hospital within next 100 days, like America, like place. They said they will do all that. Matter of fact, one of the key things that they will employment will go up in the country and salary will go way up. You don't tell me if I'm lying. They said that. So in the first 100 days. So what's in? So I will start for now.
Yes, welcome, Julius. Julius, my brother. It's so good to see you, man. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank
Let's. I know we got 2 hours and we got another hour and 30 minutes on the show, and I want us to
Right.
do it. Maybe do an hour and then take 30 minutes to call and be done. But yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's it though. There have been some training story here today. Firstly, I think the UP has called up that they won't be available tomorrow for the certification program because of some meeting that the president like had to attend in the U.S. So they will not be available tomorrow for certification. But also the vice president is not in the country. There are a lot of UP staff and there are a lot of members of the transitional team that have traveled out of the country. What do you make of that, Julius?
You know, first of all, let me just welcome our audience and great to be
Yes.
back here again. As always, nice to have the opportunity to interact with you guys. Hope you all have yourself a wonderful day. Mine and over here, the weather was great, and we
Hold here.
hearing that we oh really we hearing that
Yeah.
it's supposed to be really nice in Minnesota this weekend. So for
Wow.
those of you in the Minnesota area and those of you who want to start migrating to the Minnesota area, like Kev Hassan and other people, go ahead and be out there this weekend. But hopefully the president elect will probably take upon himself to visit Minnesota now that the weather is great over there because the weather is really not friendly to elderly folks. I say that to you honestly. But let me speak to a few things that Kev mentioned, and then I will speak to the issue of the Unity Party having to postpone the certification of the president elect. I think that is historical. Now we have to do a little bit of background research to inquire as to whether this is something that ever happened in the history of Liberia. Have this ever happened before? What is it? And all of these things, we will do our best to kind of analyze where it put us and what we should think of things that are coming later. But Kev made some points here that I feel like let us not try to deceive ourselves. Let's be realistic in our arguments. I agree that the Unity Party made all of these pronouncements. They made all of these claims. But you and I know within ourselves that there is no way on earth that the Unity Party will provide for Liberia within 100 days, that they will provide a state of the art medical facility within 100 days. Let us not mislead our people. I disagree with that. There's no way on earth that the Unity Party within 100 days will provide electricity all around Liberia as it was claimed. That is not true. It's not going to happen. There is no way on earth that the Unity Party, and even if these things were said, I'm pretty sure to date, they are now backtracking and they're trying to now make clarity. Okay, the vice president did not say this would have been the case. Okay, he meant this, he meant that, and there will be other clarities that will be made in the entire process. So my thing here is our people expect some level of sanity to be brought to the governance of the state, and that's what people want. People are looking to see good governance, and with good governance comes the issue of being held accountable, accountability. All right, the issue of job creation, the issue of security, the basic necessities must be met within the first 100 days. We expect to see some idea of good governance. All right, we want to see that Honorable Boycott will start to institute policies and speak to issues that needs to be addressed. These are the kind of things that we will start to look out for, and within the first 100 days, we will start to look at appointments that are being made. Okay, and we will then try to evaluate or critique some of these appointments that would be made. And as we progress, then we will start to look at other things. But when we come on here and say, you said within 100 days you will build hospital, and then we want to dwell on that. Hello, Madam Sirleaf told us that she was going to fight corruption. The Unity Party government under Madam Sirleaf was one of the most corrupt government. Okay, President George Weah, all right, President George Weah and the CDC told us that they were coming to make sure that they got rid of Madam Sirleaf and the Unity Party government to make sure that they had government that represented the people. Okay, and today, as we look at it, we cannot say the CDC government represented the interest of the masses, because that was completely off. And that's part of the reason why Liberians made the decision they made today. Nevertheless, the reality remains that the promises that were made, to Liberians should be they should be held up to. Okay, they should be kept, and we cannot just deviate from those things and say, oh, because this is not happening. But I think we should be realistic in our expectation. I'm not saying we should manage it, as people are saying here. People are claiming we should manage our expectation, or we should not expect high. No, I totally disagree with that issue of management of expectation. But I think, we should be realistic. Why it is true that we want to see people fighting corruption. We don't want the fight against corruption to be selective.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we don't want the issue of auditing. You cannot audit certain group of people and leave others out of it.
Yep.
The House, okay, the House, the senators and representatives. If I can recall, okay, I think since 2006, they are yet to be audited. Now, when we speak of accountability, that's where it's supposed to start, and we're not seeing it. So all of these things must start from the day of inauguration up until that 100 day. We want to start seeing these kind of things happening. We want to start seeing these progress. We want to start seeing success. along the wayside. We would not take failure or excuses for failure. Now, with that said, let me discuss this the disappointment in the decision on the part of the Unity Party to postpone the certification of the president and the vice president. If we have any historian here tonight, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if we ever experienced this before in the history of Liberia, where it is requested that the certification of the president elect is postponed because why? The president chose to come and celebrate with family and friends. I thought you knew all of these things. I thought you made a your decision to put Liberia first. So again, it brings me back to some of the things or the points that I made during the elections. I said, honorable boycott, the decision making process on the part of honorable boycott, I am very skeptical of it. All right, critical decision making. This is where honorable boycott would be sitting with his cabinet members or hopefully the transitional team, trying to figure out, okay, we need to get our feet wet. We need to come on the ground running. I remember when Alexander Cummings said, all right, he said, first and foremost, if we win this election, we don't have time for inauguration. We want to start working. Okay, we don't have time for you. If you want to celebrate, you go and do your celebration. But we want to start working from the day the Liberian people give us the mandate. I remember that. I remember Clarence Moneyby made similar statement. We don't have time. Liberia needs a true leader. Liberia needs to start working on those things that are broken. The fabrics of good governance is no longer in existence. We need to get on the ground working. Okay, Tawan said, from the day I'm elected as a president, I will start to sweep corruption. So he was going to start targeting the idea of corrupt politician. He wasn't going to take time to come and sit in Minnesota because the weather in Minnesota is going to be good. He wasn't going to take time to go and sit in Nima County to thank the folks in Nima County. He was going to be sitting and preparing himself to do what is expected of him. And that's what he would have been doing. Unfortunately, Honorable Boycott is on his honeymoon. After being elected, he grabbed his member of his team, and they're going on their honeymoon. Something that President Weah did. And we all sat here and chastised him for that. It is disappointing. It is embarrassing for a man who claimed to have had over 40 years of work experience to sit here today and see him exhibit such a behavior. I'm seriously disappointed in one of the first decisions that have been made by Honorable Boycott, and I hope that he will reconsider. This is shameful. I'll stop at that for a minute.
Yeah, Julia, I just sent you that information that we took from I think it was from the Secretary General. They must
Okay.
but yes, I've heard that the Vice President elect is also out of the country, and
Look at
some
it.
other members of the transitional team, they are also out of the country. Now, is Liberia no more a place where decision can be made? Uh, 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 with just a few weeks, just 1 or 2 weeks, 3 weeks after election, Liberia no more a place where major decision can be made. They are all out of the country now, where they can make decision on how the form of government and everything.
Peabody, you guys,
Yes.
you joke too much. You see, Joe Walker and his team know exactly what they're doing. You think they don't know? You think they don't know it's supposed to be certificate tomorrow? You think they don't know? They know exactly, but they know
So
who they're
then
dealing with.
why? Then why?
Because they know who they're dealing with. They know who they're dealing with. I was joking with a friend before I came on the show. I said a lot of folks will say, "Oh, Keff Hassan, you Sierra Leonean." I said, "Well, we just brought one of our papi JMB, scamming all you guys. One of our papi from Sierra Leone, scamming all you guys. It's a scam. You think he don't know? Let me tell you something. I heard Lofa just say his decision making. No, he know exactly. He knew. Then he went on a plane. He knew he was not coming back. They announced it that he will be out for 3 weeks. with no particular date of return. So will somebody say, "Oh, a decision making"? No, they know exactly because he know he got to come to attend his appointment. He know that they work that out. You see, when Costa was saying those things and said, "Look, immediately after that, he will be leaving," because he was in the room. Costa was in the room. He part of the arrangement. Nothing they're doing that Costa never said. Why are we talking about decision? It's everything in the making. Costa told the nation. He told the nation that he will leave after. He will check. He will do this. Everything is happening. So why folks will act like it's a brand new thing? Oh, his decision making. Oh, this. No, no. He know exactly. He said Jeremiah will run the day-to-day operation. Jeremiah not there. That's the way they're going to run the country. Look at the way they ran the election. You see, certain places he will not go. He will do this. That's exactly the way they will run the country. What you're saying now, that's the way they're going to run the country. You're prepared for that. It's a fact. You'll get used to that. Your crowd will not get in election the next 6 years. That's exactly when you elect a situation like this. That's what you're gonna get. So you stop saying why they doing the decision making. Everything was in the plan. It's in the plan. They're executing their plan. Who will come America to say thank you? The rabbi said yesterday. You say thank you in Monserrato. You say thank you your neighborhood. You say thank you in Lofa. You say thank you nowhere. You say I'm going to come to America to say thank you. Are we that naive? Is something wrong with us? Then look what Amos President is saying today. You postpone the program for tomorrow till we come back. So the next thing, you postpone the inauguration because they feel entitled. They feel that's the country. You and I don't have any right. No right. That's the country. They believe in it. And that's why I'm going with people say lower the expectation. They say they're going to do it. Everything they're saying they will do it. So we're not going. Some folks will say it's too soon. It's too that. It's too soon. He's taking what over 20 days. He's not just elected over 20 days. You're going to see more days. You thought that for the 8 days you're making noise for, you will see more days. Your president will not be in that country for days, for months. It coming for months. And
Okay.
Liberia, people love to joke with seriousness. And they will see more.
Yeah, yeah, well, I'm concerned, and Robert, welcome you. But here's what I'm concerned though. Is the certification more important to be? Is it less important to be certificated tomorrow than to come and say people all the way on the side who I think like the minority of the UP participants in the U.S. You know, the main people who went out there, who traveled to villages and other places and voted for you. I think the one that, like Robert said yesterday, but why they this the first time, you know, I've been living long now. I'm 50 years old. I've been living long now. I think I saw a couple of elections. This is the first time I ever saw this happen. That the president-elect will leave the country a week before the certification process take place and come to the U.S. And then the VP will leave. They will go to Ghana, and and other decision. But I'm concerned here is Liberia normal worthy of decision or having conversation that you have to travel to another country with most of your officials and things like that. Robert, welcome, my brother. Go ahead, take over from
Thank you, man. Thank you. But look, it's great to be back on. Hello to everyone and to all of our listeners across the world. It's good to be back on. But look, I think we spoke on this issue yesterday, and one of the things that I gathered was that if the Ben used an analogy with it's like a graduation, right? You have completed the requisite credit, and you have been confirmed to graduate to walk. And it seems like this is a choice now, right? Should I march, or should I just pick up my certificate? And so, if that's the case, I have not spoken to any legal mind on this issue. But if what Ben alluded to yesterday is actually what it is, then what is the significance of suspending or postponing the certification program because one graduate or two graduate isn't in the country? If it's as easy as, well, one does not have to attend, and their certificate can be emailed to them or sent to them, then there should be no reason why they are advocating for the ceremony to be postponed. That's one part of it. The next part to this is that the officials from the office of the president elect, I do not think they have jurisdiction, or they have some sort of authority to demand that this process be indefinitely postponed until they return. And I hope that's not the tone, right? I think that from my, professionally, right? And this is why I said what I said yesterday. I'm hoping that the election, the campaign team it's not the same as the government. Though there are fine people on that team that can easily fit into key roles. I think that the team that governs needs some tweak, right? I think they're still missing some technocrats, and I think they're still missing some true professionals. But I would not have, taken a trip overseas. One, if it wasn't an emergency. Two, the reason just does not add up to me. Because if you say, you're taking a trip to think and consult, uh, and it's been almost a few days in the U.S., Dr. Peabody, and the only pictures we've seen out there, and this picture has not, no one put this picture out. The only picture we've seen is one of Stanton. Then it speaks again to the handlers of Joseph Boaca, because I don't think this is strategic. We should be seeing pictures of the former of the VP actually consulting people and actually thanking his supporters. I mean, Stanton was not the only one who made a contribution, even though it was a contribution that I would not have accepted if I was of Joseph Boycott, given the circumstance. But this whole public city, this whole public thing about meeting Stanton, having a picture out there, strategically, the optics, it just doesn't make sense, right? And we have to understand here that Joseph Boaga is no longer a candidate. Joseph Boaga is no longer a private citizen. Joseph Boaga is the next president of Liberia. And his image, which I thought they did a phenomenal job recently when in Monrovia at his office, when they met with, what's this guy name? Someone from Nigeria. I thought that the background was pretty well set up. He looked presidential. And those pictures spoke of optics. But you can't come to the U.S., in consultation, thanking people when you've yet to thank those in your backyard, people who voted for you. And don't get me wrong, the diaspora Liberians and support goes a long way. But if you're thanking anyone, you've got to start back home. You've got to start in Liberia, and you've got to start in key areas or key districts that got you over the line. And so it just does not add up. But look, like I said, if I think we need to mute ourselves. I'm hearing feedback. But
Sorry about that.
if this thing does not require Joseph Boakai persons, then it doesn't. One last point I want to make is this: I hope this is not the way the government will be ran. And Kev, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt because,
Yeah.
like I did with CDC, I am going to be very constructive in my criticism. I'm going to pick up the phone and make some phone calls to people I know will be in government. And there are people I know will be in some really hard places. And these are people that I've talked to before, and so they don't. I mean, they're not
Robert, Robert need to call. You need to call Oman Joe and see if we can hook up your internet system, Robert.
Well,
Yeah,
Tony, George, welcome, man. Welcome. But Julia, chime in, man. Chime in what we've been talking about. Welcome, Chief
you,
Nyenwolo George, and take over. Julia, chime in.
and let me just start off from where Robert stopped. Robert asked the question: is this how the government is going to be run? Hello. Um, I think we are seeing everything that happened. Kev alluded to this. The action during the elections. We saw what happened. Okay, when we were told, Yombi Kanga Lauren told us, Honorable Boykai, sit in your comfort zone. You don't have to go campaign. We will do this. Okay. In other words, what she was saying is we have nothing to offer, but simply we are seeking the sympathy of the people, and that's what we will focus on. Because again, we sincerely believe in our minds that Liberians are upset, and because of his tenure in government, they will sympathize with him to give him this position, the highest office in the nation. So seeing Honorable Boycott making these decisions today, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And that's the reason why I told people, I said, look, the comparison here is 5 and 6. All right. The only difference here is age. And I'm sorry that I'm saying this, but it is the truth. You should not expect anything different from the Unity Party government when it comes to governance. No, I'm telling you, look at the people. Look at the people in the circle today. Look, you, I heard Robert spoke of this kid, Lobo. Come on, man, guys, are we ready playing? Is this Are we now using Liberia as a try and error area? Are we using it as a testing ground? Is this some kind of joke for a nation that is far behind her neighbors? Is this? Come on, man, guys. We can do better than this. I think Honorable Boycott and the rest of his team should understand that the expectation will not be lower. It will remain where it's at, and they have to work to expectation. They have to perform. Of all the things in the world, you chose to come and tell people thank you as compared to sitting and doing things that is expected. You postpone your certification. Let's allow Tomalin to come in, bro. It's sickening. It is sickening. And I don't think we should sit here and joke about this, because this is the start to the governing of the nation. And we cannot expect anything more or better than this. So, in other words, I want to say that if we can look at it critically, Henry Costa has been vindicated from all indication. I think he spoke of this, and that tells me that Henry Costa has been definitely vindicated, because this is exactly what is happening. Tomlin, welcome, brother.
Yeah, guys, it's good to be back, man. I don't know what these guys, I think two guys, Keff and Peabody, I don't know what they're up to, it's funny. But guys, it's good to be back, man. Look, I would say I know I'm gonna go to a different. I'm gonna take a different trend. Look, guys, we elected our 25th president, His Excellency Ambassador Jose Mbwaka, and his Vice President, Senator Jeremiah Kwan. And on January 22nd, 2024, at 12 p.m., I'm confident that His Excellency Ambassador Mbwaka will be at the Centennial Pavilion or the STD, wherever they will have the program to take the oath of office. Uh, Under the Constitution, on January 22nd at 12 noon, the oath of office will be administered by Her Honor the Chief Justice Seyi Nyenwolo. And I believe that he will be there. And I'm sure he came to America to take care of other stuff. But for now, I will follow the lead from the Unity Party. The issue of release that he will come into America to meet with stakeholders and other officials and partisans, which I believe he meeting them perhaps maybe is behind the scene. and then from there he will proceed to Liberia to go over the program. And usually it's customary that the transitional team is headed by the vice president elect. So that's why I think he left Senator Poon to be to coordinate the affairs of the transition. And they are playing the program, I believe, along with the current administration. And so hopefully the program is being planned, and we expect to see the ECOWAS chairman there, the African Union chairman. I'm sure some African heads of state, especially our neighbors, Ghana, Kofi Ado, Sierra Leone, Marabio, and Nigeria. I'm sure the ECOWAS chairman, who is Nigeria, Tinubu, they'll all be there. The African Union and the United States government, I'm sure will send people there. So for now, let us accept the press release, the issue that what he came for, and then from there, the only time we raise concern is come January 22nd. If the president-elect is not in the country, that one I would be concerned and very worried about, because we'll be faced with a problem where they run into the Constitution, because on January 22nd, 46 days from now, President George Weah will be leaving office. He's on constitutional obligation to pass the realm of power to President-elect Boyka. And if that's why we expect.
Julius, let me tell you.
That's why we expect to see.
During the wartime,
let him live.
If you ever meet a school,
let him land. Well, no, let him land. You were speaking to let him land.
Let me tell you, during the wartime,
let him land. Let not interrupt him.
Because
let him land.
For you.
Kev, on January 22nd, 2024, at 12 noon, President-elect, 25th President-elect.
Yeah, but we're not talking about inauguration here. We're talking about what should take place tomorrow.
Come here, let me
we're talking about what should take place tomorrow. Why you did all the hard work? You going to receive a certificate. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking inauguration. We know
it's a ceremonial affair. It's just a mere ceremony. Okay.
Oh my God!
It's a mere ceremony.
Well, historic too.
Let's be honest, guys. It's a mere ceremony.
Well, historic too, though. It's historic.
But I can assure you, today the UND party issue a press release. They said that due to the absence of the president-elect, they asking the NEC to postpone the certification ceremony to another date. But all we can say, guys, we have 46 days from now. In 46 days from now, the smooth transfer of power should take place. Now, we should be concerned when that time comes, because on January 15th, we have election for the president pro tem of the Liberian Senate and the speaker. Now, for the 55th legislature, because the Constitution provides that the two bodies will meet in joint session. They have to be in joint session for the purpose of the inauguration of the president and vice president elect. So when that happens, come January 15th, when the president-elect is not in the country, we'll be a little bit getting concerned. But I believe that he will be in the country before January 22nd to take the oath of office. So for now, I will listen to what the UP said and then follow the lead until otherwise. But right now, I believe the president-elect is in the United States and meeting with UP officials and partisans, and hopefully, when the appropriate time comes, he'll be in the country for a certificate for the inauguration. That's where.
Guys, permit me to differ a little bit here with.
Go ahead.
Okay, the issue of the inauguration again is constitutional. There's no way that the president-elect or the vice president can dodge it. We all know that. Okay, but here's what we're talking about. We have history that is being made again. This is the first of its kind to happen in Liberia for no reason. The president-elect, it's not. He's actually asking for the certification program to be postponed, and you said that's okay, Tomalin. Why? That we should have reasons as to why these things are being done. Are we not considering what is happening here? The fact that the president-elect is not in the country. That's one thing, okay? it's not of much importance whether he's in the country or not. But here's what is happening: is it going to cost us the postponement of that program? Is it going to cost us? Whatever happened, it's going to cost us money, though.
No.
If they have to postpone it, if they have invested funds into that aspect of it, money's being wasted here. So I don't think we should sit here and make it seem like it's nothing. We heard this word before, ceremonials. The vice president then, okay, position was a ceremonious position. And here again, we are hearing Tomalin is coming out again with this ceremonial statement. I don't think it's a mere ceremonious program. I don't think that's the case. The case here is we want to know why is the vice president out of the country and the Unity Party is asking that this program be postponed. Why? I mean, what value is it that he stays here and have the program postponed?
Yeah, but
That's
let
just
me
my.
just
That's just,
quickly, right?
Yeah.
Don't forget that they have when someone make it some noise. Okay.
guys, if you're not talking, can you mute yourself, please?
Yeah. Okay. President Weah appointed the transitional team to liaise with the then the president-elect appointed his transitional team. As we speak, the two teams are working. They are working. They are already doing the transition already. They are working.
Where are they working at? Where are they working at?
They have the transitional office. They have
Where?
in
Who's the head of transitional team?
For the president is
No, I said for
the president is the Minister of Foreign Affairs and deal of the cabinet.
No, the president like
president like that the vice president is the one who.
How long he been out of the country too? How long he been out of the country?
Oh, Peabody, he can be anywhere coordinate the affairs.
Well, everywhere not like Bureau, bro.
But guys, it's not affecting.
We're talking about like Bureau.
Not forget, President, we are still president until January 22nd. So the affairs of the country is being run. It's on. The affairs are being conducted. Everything is moving. You know, guys.
Oh.
Yeah, but Tomalin, I think
you're not causing a problem though.
Yeah, but I think I get your point, and I think you're making a salient point, right? That it's not a big deal, right? And this is why I started my statement earlier by saying, if this is just a certification that could be emailed, that could be mailed or given to someone else on the VP and the president-elect behalf, then there's no reason to postpone the event, because remember, this event is not only to certificate them, both of them. I mean, they're certificating other people as well, and so there's no reason to postpone this, right? But I think the larger point here that people are like, you know, Lofa and other and Dr. Peabody, the point here is that you know, if the president-elect is not in the country, I know they're not in government yet, I know they're not in leadership yet, but they are currently the leadership in waiting in less than 3 weeks. And so, you know, they say, if you want to know if Christmas will be good, show me what you've got on Christmas Eve. You can't tell me that I'm going to eat chicken on Christmas Day when it's almost 2:00 in the morning. And I don't see you. I don't see any cleaning of the chicken at the house or any preparation or whatsoever, right? I mean, more than likely, that's not going to happen. I might eat beef or something, even though I haven't seen it, but something lesser than that. The issue here is, if the VP designated, if the president-elect designated the vice president-elect to run the affairs of the joint transitional team while he is away, then it raises question as to what was the essence of the VP-led trip to Ghana. Is it important for both figures to be out of the country? Yes, they're not president, they're not leaders, they're not president, vice president yet. But should we expect these things to happen after January 23rd? I mean, I think this is a valid question. It's a possibility. This is not how they're going to run the country. This is not how it's going to happen. But look, the truth of the matter is, when you have a smooth transition going on, when you have a full cooperation from the incumbent, and you have this transition going on, it's important that both elected leaders are not out of the country at the same time. Yes, there are other competent people to run the affairs. Yes, he could send an email from Ghana or wherever he is, but he is meant to be in Liberia running the affairs of this transition while the president-elect is out of the country. So it raises questions about decisions, and it raises questions about strategy. Is it a good thing? Even if it's not important, public opinion matters. There are people out there like you and I who are speaking on this matter now. Does it warrant the general public questioning the president-elect and the vice president-elect being out of the country at the same time? Is this something that should be expected when they take office? I mean, these are all valid questions. And so if you ask me from a strategic perspective, I would have advised if the president-elect is out of the country, let the vice president-elect stay in the country. What is he doing in Ghana? What is the essence of the trip to Ghana, Tomalin? The public does not even know about this.
But guys, you'll be unfair though, because they're not taking a fair, they're not in office yet.
I understand that, but do you understand the optics? The optics is not bad. Joseph Walker is not president yet, but we spoke about him being seen with a criminal convict
Right.
data. I mean, the optics is not that you gotta be very careful.
That's a fair. That's a fair point.
Right. So
Yeah,
the optics is
but-
why are both leaders out of the country, even though they're not running the affairs of the country, but they are
Right.
expected to do so in the next 2-3 weeks. So is this something we should expect? This is the question people are asking.
So that's
And
right.
From a real place, I think it's a valid question.
I mean, it is a valid question. I mean, the optics will not be good. It's a day set aside by the election commission to certificate winners and stuff like that. And they number one and number two are not in the country. They're not going to be part of the program. I don't think it set an example for Liberia to follow. If we say now it's an acceptable thing, anybody else can say, you know what, I don't care. I can just walk away. The next time I won't be there. Then what the essence of putting it there? What the essence of making that part of their program? Then it should not be there. Because it's not. That's the first thing. You have just been elected president of the country. Now the first thing to be there and to be part of that ceremonial occasion. Now you're not there. You see it as not being important. So something serious got to happen. If they're just coming to the States to meet with a diaspora, the partisan supporter, and stuff like that, if that's more important than being there on that day to receive your certificate, then I think the Liberian people will judge. But I don't think the optics is right. I don't think it's a good thing. And I think
Guys,
we
guys,
all
let
talk
me
about
let me come in. Robert said, my good friend Tomalin George making a salient point. Yeah, I thought the same because I'm a registered Republican. I thought the same that Trump, and when I was supporting Trump at that time, some folks say you're making a salient point, until I realized that I reached to an end that I couldn't, leave from that end. So I have to. I have to I have to back off because he keep he keep coming up with stuff. Then I say Trump days. He keep coming. I said Trump days. Then I reached the point. I said, damn, I'm not making no salient point anymore. A salient point anymore. But let me say this, guys. And you said we should go back. There was. That's why my good friend Nyenwolo George said we should go back to the statement. That's why you guys said let's go to the statement. They said on our statement that the day-to-day operation will be run by who? Jeremiah Kuhn. Jeremiah Kuhn. And he's not in the country. And you know who Jeremiah Kuhn was supposed to be talking to, doing all and every preparation for the coming in next month? The government. He's supposed to be working in line with who? Kimia. Where is Kimia? In Liberia. Where is Jeremiah Kuhn? In Ghana.
There you go. That's a good point.
Guys, man. You see, sometimes we want to be a little bit on that side to say, okay, maybe it's too soon. But I'm telling you, when you to a doctor, like you just choose that you're a doctor, and you go there, and that doctor want to either carry a wrong procedure on you, You will say, "Oh, it's you. Let me leave that doctor." You guys say, "Oh no, you will change." You will say, "No, no, this doctor, we don't go that way because he's not going to amputate the wrong leg." You say, "Oh, I will leave it because it's a new a doctor. It's too soon to say something." It's never too soon, because if we go by the statement, Jeremiah Kun supposed to be in Liberia because Kenya is in Liberia. Because when the president was leaving to the G8 and the ECOWAS, the statement there, who's supposed to be running the day-to-day operation, they're there in Liberia. So how can you be in Ghana running your operation in Liberia? But you know what they're telling you? They tell you that's the way they're going to run the country. That's what they're telling you. And I said it yesterday. When someone tells you who they are, by Angela said it the first time, believe them. Believe them. Yombly Kanga said it. You see, what I would give them on that part, they didn't lie. They said, "Hey, he's not going to campaign." Costa, who is the main guy he was closer to JMB than anyone on that team we're seeing right now. Than anyone told us the whole story. Is there. I know folks will say, "You say me, I can't change. I don't have that bone in me to say, okay, man, let's give them the chance. Let's give them this." No, you know why? Because we made that same argument, and I had a lot of beating on air, off air. People say, "No, no way." I got in my inbox, people insult me and say, "Why you make it?" When we talk about the global economy, when we talk about what happened in the world, people beat us down. They say your government don't have contact, your government is weak, we can do it. So why would I come back and change myself to something that you already beat me down and you take me out of there? You say I'm not good enough. Then I come and say, "Oh, okay. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt." Am I a damn fool? No, I'm not.
Yeah,
Because
but Kev, can I interject?
you told me I'm not good enough. You can do it. I will take you from there, because when I made the same argument, you said no.
But
You said no. So I'm joining you now to say you had a point. I'm joining you. Then you want to tell me again? You want to take me somewhere again? Something wrong with me?
But Kev, let me interject for a second though. Let me interject because I remember the same day in 2017 when after CDC won the elections, and I understand what you're doing from a partisan perspective. Unity Party, questioned whether or not George Weah was ready for governance, and it led and it dragged into even when the first appointments were made, right? And what I said then was, I think we have to give the CDC a chance here to actually show us what the government would consist of. And they did that, right? And a lot of folks who did not support George Weah, were not happy about this elections, right? Now, I would expect Unity Party to be ready for government. I would expect that come January 22nd, that Joseph Boakai and Jeremiah Kuhn and the Unity Party would have put together a competent team comprised of a competent and technocrat, qualified people, qualified Liberians. I want to give them that opportunity to show me that team, right? And we may have question about why the VP is out of the country at the same time as the president elect. What is the purpose of this trip? We can talk about the optics with these pictures that have been released. We can talk about these things, but I think that even as opposition, even folks from the CDC who may not agree with Unity Party, I think it's in the country's best interest to wait and see, give them the opportunity to see whether or not they will run the government as they ran their campaign. And I'm sitting on this platform as an independent Liberian and as an intelligent Liberian to hope, and as a patriotic Liberian to hope that this is not the same way they will run the government. And so even though I have some question here with regards to all of what has happened, I'm still hopeful that when it is time for them to govern, that by then in the next 3 weeks, they would have put together a team and there will be some change in strategy and attitude. I want us to give them that opportunity. I want us to give them that benefit.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Robert.
Guys,
Robert,
let
me just say one second, Robert. If we're going to go by that, we gave them the benefit of the doubt during the campaign. They said the party will not travel, he will not campaign. The people gave them, they say, okay. But then at this moment now, the eve towards the inauguration, the eve towards then coming in, the MIA, don't we still say we'll give them the benefit of the doubt? So we'll wait until they come done with it, get there now. The same thing, benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
both president and vice president elect abscond, they're gone. Nobody know where they're coming back. They're gone.
But
No,
Keff, Keff, let me say that. Let me say this. I think I tend to agree with Robert slightly. But the fact is, whether he didn't show up places to vote, whether he showed up there to vote, he still won the election. People voted for him. We got to accept that. That's a fact. Whether he campaigned or didn't campaign, he won the election. That's a plain fact. He was elected by Liberian people. President Weah conceded graciously, and he won. But what I want to say is, and I agree with Robert, give them some time. For me, as I said yesterday, I would give them up to 100 days. I would give them up to 6 months to see what are some of those campaign promises that they made and it didn't go by. In fact, I would even start evaluating from some of the people they are appointing in government, because the President-elect Boakai comes with clean hands. He comes from corruption-free. He said that he was a parked car and nothing. Now he had the opportunity. We'll see. What are some of the people that he's going to appoint?
Let me say this though. You know, in fact, just a good the vice president is watching this show now. He's watching our show, so it's good. Let me tell you now. But the reality is that, guys, let's be honest with ourselves. These guys have not taken office yet. The constitution of like, and
so what?
I come in. No, but Kev.
So what? Let him land. They abandoned. Let him land. They abandoned the man land.
No, they are not. They are not. Team. They are not.
The transition team. Kun abandoned. He gone. He abscond.
They are not in violation of the constitution. No, Kev. They have. We're
not talking about the constitution yet. We're talking about the attitude towards and coming in power.
I think we can.
No, you abscond. He gone.
Let him get his point across.
That's wrong, guys. The thing is this. Look, as far as we're concerned, President Weah was elected for 6 years. His 6 years ends on January 22nd, 2024 at 12 p.m., 12 noon. Now,
who's the head of the transition team? Let the man land. Who's the head? Let him make his point, then you can counter his point.
I witnessed, I was privileged to witness transitional team of President Taylor. I went to transitional team of President Salif. I saw President
none of them abscond.
The reality is that raise issue when it comes January 22nd, 2024. If President-elect Boakai and Vice President-elect Kun is not in the country, then we will make a concern. But right now, honestly, President Weah is still president. He's still president and commander-in-chief of Liberia. So these guys have the transitional thing set up, and they are already working.
It's a transitional period. Transitional period. It's ongoing. They're not there. Let me jump in here real quick.
But it is this. You got 20 presidents from each side. Okay, so if whoever Kun is right now, he's working by phone with a team, like working on the ground with a team for President Weah. President Weah is not in the country, right? In the country right now.
He ain't working with nobody. He ain't called.
My guest
I can pick up phone. I can pick up phone and call Kenya right now.
Tomalin,
I can pick up phone and call Kenya
No,
right now.
I
He
think
calling
we
with, he ain't working with nobody.
so
You know
Tomalin,
what I mean? I can pick up phone and call Kenya right now.
Kev,
He ain't working with nobody.
Let me fair.
I think, Kev, here's the thing, though. Here's
Please,
the thing,
man.
and this is Tomalin's point, and I want to kind of, just for the sake of just argument, I agree with Tomalin, right? They have not been inaugurated. The affairs of the state, it's not within their jurisdiction. They're not controlling anything. But what about the optics of the vice president? Okay, leaving the country and again setting another historical mark. All right, well, the president elect. Let me correct myself. Who actually knew when he won the election that he needed to be here? This is not his first time. This will not be his first time participating in such ceremony. Okay, when he and Madame Sirleaf were elected, he didn't leave to go and thank the people in Lofa County when he knew he needed to be certificated. Madame Sirleaf did not leave to come out here and hang out with the folks in the West to say, you know what, let me celebrate because I would need you to work with me. She valued what was on ground and knew that she needed to be there. Now, we have no justification for his trip other than the fact that he chose to come and hang out with his friends and family over here. But asking us to postpone this event. He's asking us to postpone this event. We're not worried about the governing aspect of it. We are talking about the fact that the vice president will make that decision to leave. He knew it. He didn't tell us.
He knew.
Had there been something something critical, then we would have been like, you know what? We understand. Had it been health related, we would have been, you know what? We understand. Let a man go. He needs to be healthy enough to come and govern. Had it been something critical with family or friends, we would have been okay. But to simply travel out of the country to thank your partisans, and then you come back and tell us because of that, we should postpone the certification of the president-elect and the vice president, and you want to make us seem like, oh, these things should not.
I think. Let me ask you guys. Let me ask the four of you guys. So
yeah, go ahead.
My question is: so
yeah,
the delay. What is the delay of this education costing the country?
What is it costing the country?
I don't think that's the point.
Information I'm not privy to, but maybe we should ask NEC to provide information. At the end of the day, we will have to pay for it. We will have to pay for the
for what again?
What do you mean?
I don't think I don't think whether it will cost us something, whether it will cost us nothing.
Okay.
I like what Kev said. He said the attitude toward the transition is not good, and that is very true.
Exactly.
We know this happening every time in every election. Okay, I think the partisans for the Unity Party in Liberia who have gathered and rejoice tomorrow. When you go to school, when you complete that final exam, or when you complete that thesis or whatever you're supposed to do, and you've been informed that graduation will take place this week, it is an honor that you will show up to that place because it's something that you have worked for. Okay, it's true that sometimes people graduate, they complete their work, and they don't march. That is true. That has to do with the college and things like that.
For the 6 days, they got 46 days for now to do anything right now.
Okay, Tony, I'm not talking about when the president get inaugurated and begin. I said I will give him up to 6 months, 7 months before I even criticize him. I said that yesterday. I've always said that. But what I'm trying to say here is, isn't that important? Isn't that an example? Isn't that something historic that you should show up there, let the Liberian people see?
This is the reason why the president-elect is asking that would postpone the program. This right here, this is again the optics of it. Are we really sitting here and saying this is good for Liberia?
Yeah, this is why. Yeah.
What did we said? What did we said?
Yeah.
But why are they even posting those pictures out like that?
To prove a point.
You are actually making the point worse. This is a president-elect I mean, those pictures does not it does not give reasons to why he is in the U.S. and the importance of the trip to the U.S.
Yeah, but
You basically just adding flames to the fire.
Robert,
It-
we don't know what kind of meetings he's having behind closed door. We don't know.
yeah,
We
but then
know.
post those pictures. If you don't post them,
Right.
don't post these. If you're having secret meetings, fine, I'm okay with it. But again, if you put a press release that says, look, the press release, emphasize the importance of this trip, consultation, and thank you. Again, if you have not posted any picture of serious consultations or serious town hall meeting where we actually see Joseph Walker engaging supporters and thanking them, when is he going to go to Canada? Okay, and all we've seen is pictures here and there, and that just does not look presidential enough. And I mean, it's not a good. The optics is bad. Again, if Ben acknowledged it yesterday actually mean anything, I'll continue to ask, why can't NEC just mail their certificate to them? If they don't already have to be there, if this is like graduation where they've done everything they needed to do, and all they need is just to receive their certificates, then there's no reason to ask for any postponement of this event. Just mail their certificate. Have someone pick it up on their behalf. But is this the norm? That's the question we should all ask ourselves.
Yeah, but
Is this the norm? Obviously, this is not the norm.
my thing is this though. Whatever happening, whatever for them not getting a certificate on time, whatever the case, it's not affecting the country. The transitional team is still at work. Okay, they are working, and the CDC transitional team is not complaining that they are not cooperating. They are working. The last time I checked, Kenya is working with the Unity Party transitional team. They are working, and like the VP just said, I'm the senator of Nima County. Do my people work? He just said it. And I think I agree with him. He's right.
No, that's
So,
crap. Nonsense he's saying. That crap.
Okay, come on, man. Kev, come on, man. No, Kev, don't.
He's the head of a transitional team. So he's the head. He should be working in concert with Kimia.
Yeah, but
the man in Ghana in hotel having fun.
Okay, stop it, man.
With some chick. No, he's saying now you're telling you. He's saying I'm telling you.
Kev, come on, man.
Come on, Kev. We can't be doing that, man.
Don't do that, man.
Yeah, we can't.
Don't do that, man. You gotta
Yeah, Kev, I'm not.
That's your man. That's
I don't think we should go there.
I think the focus here is the actual issue. Whether he's in Ghana with whatever, that's not my concern. My concern here is the Liberian People Program. This program was not simply for Honorable Boykai and Jeremiah, Vice President-elect Jeremiah Kuhn. Okay, the Liberian People's Program. This is our program. Okay, the fact that they're postponing this program because of something that is insignificant. Okay, it raised our brows. We are concerned about that. That is my focus, and that is my concern.
But two things. Is next saying that the absence of
NEC is not complaining, but I, as an employer, I'm telling you, because the money NEC is using to operate this program is not coming out of the boss's pocket.
Lofa, NEC works continue. What are they? Look, in 46 days, I repeat again, in 46 days, if come January 22nd, 2024, if President-elect Bouaga and Vice President-elect Kuhn, they are not in the country for that inauguration.
Yeah, but I just think it's a bad precedent to set.
That's the point.
It's just a bad precedent. I'm not saying whether it costs the country or not. It's just a bad precedent to set.
That's
I
it.
I disagree with you guys. I would not agree with you guys.
The VP good luck.
Exactly.
We wish him everything, but I think it's a bad precedent to set. It verifies,
honestly, right? We should be talking about honestly. We wishing the president elect and the vice president elect best wishes. We look forward to the inauguration to take place.
I think all Liberians should do that.
We'll see that.
I think all Liberians should do that. We should the best.
To say the causing problem by
I wanted to make this point to your point about causing problem and what does it cost the country.
Okay,
there are things that are done at times that does not necessarily cause the country any harm.
Okay.
But the optics is not good. I'll give you an example, right? Few weeks ago, when President Joe Biden visited Israel, right? And I think it was in a part of Israel where the war was not happening, and he took some time off to really relax. And there was a picture that showed him and his wife on the beach, right? And that picture made the morning headlines in all of the major news outlets, even CNN and Al Jazeera, and all of the caption was, "Is this the right time for Joe Biden to be on the beach?" And people were questioning, why is the leader of the free world was relaxed on the beach when kids were being bombed in other cities and things like that. Look, all Biden was doing is just taking a cool off, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But when you're in a position of leadership, Tomalin, every decision and every action you take must be one that is strategically based. That's the point I'm making. This does not cost the country anything, but is the optics good? Does it raise questions about future decision? Does it raise questions about how they might run the government or things that they've criticized in the current leadership? These are all valid reasons. And you've got to be careful of what you're giving your opponent to talk about. Every one of us, every Liberian, including Keff, must wish Joseph Boakai well. Every one of us must want him to succeed. And like I said, you will not hear me criticize this government. I'm going to give them the chance to lead. I'm going to give them the chance to govern. I am not going to be on any platform criticizing this government. They need time. They need time. We will be constructive in our criticism.
Yeah.
Like I've said, the optics here with this whole picture with Stanton, it's not a good look.
Hey,
Yes, it's not a good look.
I mean,
so these are the optics.
That's a valid concern.
But does it hurt? It doesn't hurt. But the optics is bad.
I mean, that's a valid concern. That's a valid concern.
Look. Let me say this too.
But that's a valid concern.
Let me say this.
But to say, we got to ask for postponement of the certificate ceremony is an issue. I don't have a problem. They got 46 days to get everything done. In 46 days, I repeat again, as far as we're concerned, President George Manneh Weah is still president of Liberia. Okay, until he leaves office on January 22nd at 12 o'clock and 12 noon, he's still the president. So right now, we got a transition team in place. They are working with the CDC transitional team. We look forward to hearing from them soon. Maybe they'll have the first press.
Let me say this. I said the optic. I will say this: the optic with Stanton was not bad because you know why? Stanton invested thousands and thousands of dollars to support Vice President Boakai, and he's not being inaugurated yet as president. So the optic was not bad. He's still a normal citizen. That's my point.
That's the fair
Right,
You're entitled to your
right, Peabody.
Thank you.
You want cherry pick?
But I don't think the optics were bad because you know what? I think the optic was not bad because he gave President Boakai a lot of money. A lot of money he gave him.
But like I said,
it was not bad.
They're not violating the constitution. They're not violating the constitution of Liberia. They're not breaking no law. And the only thing they have the teams working. If you say Kemel on the CDC were raising concerns that look, these people are not cooperating with the transition, we have an issue with that. But nobody raising concern. They're working. The two transition teams, they are working, preparing for the transfer of power.
Where are they working? Where?
So, they're working in Liberia. Where are they working in Liberia?
They're working in Liberia. So cool in Liberia?
He doesn't have to be there.
So who's the head of the team? So the head will not be there?
It doesn't matter.
So what the president-elect said, that was lie. That lie. That Kun will be heading it. That lie.
Say you coordinate the affair of the team. My man, Kev, you can be in a
Why
way.
you coordinating in Ghana? So he's living. So you're in Ghana and coordinating in Ghana.
Yeah, living a virtual world. Living a virtual world these days. You get.
Working anywhere.
Lofa. This thing that show how you guys being so hypocrite. When the president left and went for 40-something days, that wall you're talking about will not exist.
Yeah, you said president though. You said president.
He was the president.
It
doesn't matter.
He was the president.
No, you won't.
It's a serious thing going on. A transitional team. You'll say, "Oh no, you're giving me the benefit."
No, you can because you can actually contribute to the entire process virtually.
You know why?
What is
You know why?
it?
You know why? You know why
Is
you need
it
to party?
Let me ask you a quick question, Kev. Let me ask you a quick question.
And most of you guys, because they know how you guys process things, so they're using it. Jeremiah could using it because he probably relaxed and laughing and said, "Look at these guys. We'll get them where we want." They're actually there. You're telling me, oh, because it's a virtual war, so he can lay down in his suite somewhere, and they're stuck with Kimia. And
are you telling me? If you want to make that case, Keff Hassan.
But Kimia is on the ground.
If you want to make that case, if you want to make that case, then let's think of the current president. Is the current president physically available for all of his meetings?
That's why.
Thank you.
That's why.
Answer my question.
You know why? You know what, Prince Johnson? You know what, Prince Johnson? You know what, Prince Johnson? Who murdered a sitting president will accuse somebody of murdering because he know that you'll think that way.
Okay.
He know in your brain.
Okay, so then I ask the question.
How to get in your brain because he know how you guys will process things. So only in Liberia you see a warlord who murder people will be calling somebody a murderer. Who never murder somebody. Only in Liberia because they know how you guys think. They know how you guys think. Jeremiah Cooper laughing at you guys.
Okay, that's fine.
I get them.
Okay, here, let me ask you a question. Hopefully you can make
y'all gotta go to the phone lines though. Don't forget.
Yeah, we gotta go to the phone lines. But answer my question. Is President Weah often available physically for all of his meetings?
We got 17 minutes to go. Let's do it.
But nobody right. You're right, Lupa.
President Weah is not often physically available. I'm just looking at
the team. Work anywhere.
Well, we made the same argument.
I just think not being at the program tomorrow is
a global village. The person can work for anywhere.
I agree with that. And
the person can work for anywhere. You say no. You said we made this argument. We said the person can work for anywhere. It's true.
Yeah, work for Joe. I gotta be inaugurated.
If you want to make that statement, I think we have the.
If Bola is not already as president, you go out of the country for extended time. We raise the issue, Kev.
Right. Yeah. My only concern
is the optics here.
His failure to be at the program tomorrow is a bad precedent.
Thank you.
And I just
bad precedent. Thank you.
I just agree because it causes no problem to the country. It causes no problem.
Well, we said precedent. It doesn't have
to
cause
46 days to do anything, my man.
It doesn't have. We said precedent. We
got time, brother.
You know.
They got time. They got
time. All right, gentlemen. That's that. You know.
Put some girls on calls, but let's got some calls.
You're muted, boss.
Everybody watching, they're laughing. When they see the disagreement, they can see now.
Your calls to 077701765, 077701765. Placing your call 1 minute per caller, 1 minute per caller, and then stick to the discussion. Do not go contrary. Do not say something else that you want to insult the panelist. Right? Stick to the point. And then I get a ball rolling. 777017635 for the very first caller. Hello. How are you? I'm doing okay. Your name from where you join us?
Man, low.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry to
say, but I'm disappointed in Tomalin and what he's trying to say. Because, first of all, whether Jeremiah left the country or the president-elect left the country, and this will be certificated by tomorrow if I am making a mistake.
Okay.
So you want to tell me they have announced the date since long. All the other people have prepared themselves for the certificate. Some people adjust the day to another day. So what about the other people now? If they are ready, and the other people say that no, they too they are not ready. You see some of the disappointment.
Exactly.
You see some of the disappointment. So these guys are they have portrayed themselves as failures. So that's the failing part they have started.
Okay, thank you so much.
The confusion. This is confusion they bring in.
Thank you.
It's not good. So we look.
770-17635. Placing your call to front part of the discussion here tonight on closing argument. To this caller, hello.
Hello.
How are you? This Truth FM. Your name from where you join us? Go ahead.
I can't hear you. Oh,
Can't hear him. Tell him to speak up.
For tomorrow. Then people who supposed to be certificated like the corporate who by any business we are not even do the business. Then we have people start to put it in town. This is the level that we are putting in town. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. 770-17635. 07770-17635.
any call
Hello.
from the US?
Yeah, we can take call from the US.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you? From your name from where you join us? Go ahead.
Double for you did.
Hello.
Yeah.
We can keep you on the line.
Thank you. Don't give anybody.
770-17635. Hello. How are you? Your name from where you join us?
We're not hearing
Okay.
you. Put it to the speaker.
So about anything what we say we're starting to be good to get a better life period. How we starting it. If you know what is ongoing, the only thing will be better for you to speak to the Liberian people. This is why it's ongoing, but also know that similarly will be over there. It doesn't matter whether those to be certificated tomorrow. Jeremiah is not here, even though the owner said Jeremiah was going to take over the transitional, and then now one of them here. So all the wrong was running people die in the country here for nothing that the kind of result we're going to get. I mean, you have to be careful. One looking at you.
Thank you so
He said, God looking at you.
God is watching from a distance, right?
Hello.
They gotta be laughing about. Real people.
Hello.
Put the phone back where you had it first, so it was loud. Where you had it first.
How are you?
Get it now?
Yes, I'm getting you.
Thank you. Hello, Aloysius.
Okay, Aloysius. Go ahead.
Thank you. I joined the conversation from my belief company.
Okay,
I
Aloysius.
listened to the panelists, and I think one of them seemed a very salient point. But I want to agree with Tomalin. You know, They don't have any major role to play when it comes to the governance structure of this country as you speak. And the upcoming certification process stated for tomorrow, it is not binding or it is not forced, it is not a constitutional mandate that yes, those elected should be present by all court to receive that certificate.
Hello,
So
Jozo.
I'm getting you.
They are also Liberian. Despite they are not in country, but they are also Liberian. They are also following the country issue. Are you aware of that also?
I'm aware.
Okay.
This is why the party have come up with a press statement, right? So if all the National Election Commission deem it necessary by law or if it is by constitution that these people, I mean the president and vice president elect, should be in country to receive that certification, the party have come up with this particular statement asking for a postponement when it comes to the date to certificate those individuals. But I don't know what we want to start the opposition like so soon by politicizing this particular certification process of the president and vice president. It is very soon.
It is political.
And we start to come up with these analyses and say, well, I think it is very early. Let us wait till the inauguration before we can start politicizing some of those things.
Okay, thank you so much. Let us wait and now to start politicizing the issue very, very soon. 77017 Today's caller, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Your name from where you join us?
My name is James Sanvee. I'm calling from Jamaica Road.
Okay, James, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say thank you so much to all of the panelists on the closing argument. Well, people like Tomalin haven't been doing, he's not actually doing well for us. This is not about somebody. If this certification were not important, why should NEC even announce tomorrow this certification? That's one. Two, what is the reason, the tangible reason of the both parties leaving the country going? If there was, like somebody said on the show, right, at least if there was a health issue, then your country say yes, at least we understand we have to get a permission. If it is not important that United Party have to red NEC the first time, asking that Jeremiah could receive the certificate on behalf of the president-elect, and NEC refused. Next year, he was the one who brought Jeremiah as running mate, so they cannot. So if it's not important, then why? Why should NEC refuse? They should just say, okay, Jeremiah come, we'll give you honorable Baka certificate. But it is because it is important, that's why they like giving it out to anybody. Like somebody said, they could just email it to Baka, or email it to Jeremiah. So why if tomorrow all of the senators elect and the representatives elect decide not to go? So where are we heading? Do you know how much money next pay in planning this particular program? And he said that saying it's nothing. It's nothing.
Okay, thank you. Thank
you
so much.
Why the party don't put it there? It is wrong. It never before, so when it happened now, we should still have it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tomalin.
Harry, I got a call on the line here. You mind if I take one?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, caller, go. Your name and where you calling from. Let's hear from you.
Hi, my name is Arnell Cruz. My first time calling on the show, but I'd like to give my input on this discussion. Those are elected as president and vice president, but they have not been taken official seat yet. Now, in any job, when you go for an interview and they hire you, they will give you a start date. The reason why they give you a start date, because they want you to go home and prepare yourself for the day you're going to be able to work. They don't hire you the same day and you start work the same day. So these people have been, hired to be our official leaders of the country. They have been given a start date. January 22nd is going to be the day they are certificated so they can become official leaders of the country. They gave them the opportunity to put themselves together, okay, whatever they need to put themselves together to be ready for the tax. So we can't start to criticize them right now and say, oh, they should start working right now when President Weah is still president and he has not yet left his sitting position. So it is unfair for us to start criticizing them when they have not even yet been given the right to lead.
Thank you.
So that's
Look, can I ask you one question quick?
Yeah.
Can I ask you one question quick, ma'am? Let me ask you this question quick. If,
no,
if you have a start date and they give you orientation date, will you skip the orientation date and say, "I will just go start"?
Okay, but I think the question that we also need to ask here, though, is can they be inaugurated without this
orientation day?
Let me ask the question.
You can ask the orientation.
Can they be inaugurated without this certification done?
No, they got 46 days. No.
Okay. So no. Don't say they have 46 because that's why they postpone it, right? We cannot.
That's why they ask for postponement.
Again, they cannot go through the inaugural process if they are not certified.
Yes.
The certification must be done. So why are we saying that it's not important? They postpone it.
Whatever way people spin it.
When is the inauguration day?
It's bad. It's bad. That's all. I don't care how
let's
we spin
focus.
it.
Let's continue the call, guys.
Yeah, the lines are open. Let's take the call.
Yeah, let's continue the call.
Let's call. Hello.
That's where you got to call the phone line, bro.
Yeah, how are you?
And there was she's in Canada, right?
I think so.
Okay. What I want to say is,
where the call from?
Your name from where you join us?
Oh, I'm just
Raise a good point. Yeah, Steve, raise a good point.
Go ahead, James.
I joined. Yeah, my boss. Start making education a business. It's foolish or it's not useless in this country.
Hello, James. Hello, James.
Yeah.
You will have to watch your diction, please.
Okay, I apologize for that.
Okay, go ahead.
And until we got to learn, it's a noble institution set aside to conduct elections in this country. It's compared to an institution, an academic institution that gave tests or they had a graduation ceremony to be done. And then they told everybody who's supposed to be graduating, you need to be certificated. Then you got a prefect or so. Somebody who is to be a prefect within a class. Say because I'm a prefect, I will not start because I am the prefect of that institution. So because of that, it should be postponed. What because of the other people? Yeah. The NEC today that is a state that is we got elected representatives, we got elected senators, and the list go on. All should be, I believe, within myself, all of them should be certificated sometimes tomorrow or the day being set aside. So for any general reason that our elected president, Joe Biden, is not to be present for God, for Christ's sake, the Liberian people should know the reason why he will not be there. It's equivalent to if I will not go for my certificate. My parents should know the reason why I will not be going for certificate. If I will not appear to appear for my certificate, my parents should know. They should know the reason why I'm not going for my certificate.
Okay.
If that's what they will have problem. So we do like we voted him, we voted against him. We also want to know why he's not appearing.
Okay, thank you so much.
Guys, we got 5 on here.
I got a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking, man, this is Kamal. I will Kamal. I'm considering the call. Let me first extend my singular honor to all of you for the boost there, because I think this is one of the fundamental reasons why our democracy must be cherished. But quickly to the issue, I listened to two panelists. One has to do with Rabo, a very esteemed brother who I admire so much. But he made a section that I think that doesn't mean in my mind he's kind of speaking to the reality. He talked about somebody who is not yet having a cabo. as a president. He's the president-elect. He has not been paid by the Liberian people, taxpayer money, as president. This is a man who made his trip to the U.S. to have meetings in the interest of our nation, secret meetings. Waka did not go to Merrimack like our current president continue to do. And in the coming days, like Amran will be following very soon, he will be having meetings with Congress members. You'll be having meetings with serious state actors in the U.S. So for you to come on a show only because you stay angry, the election did not go the way you wanted to go, and you start speaking out misinformation that have a proclivity to even make people to question your intelligence. You talk about somebody in Obuaka and living in a country like Keff Hassan. You have to speak to the issues. This is about Liberia, and I want to agree with a senior brother to manage Josh. Walker is not yet president, though he has been elected, but he's not yet president. How can you, as an educated man, blame somebody who is here to pay as a president? So it's wrong. Let's come to the debate with facts instead of perception. Thank you.
All right, let me take callers on here. Caller from 310-310-5282. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Go ahead.
Hey, Lupa, thank you very much. Thanks, guys. This is SB Don calling from Toronto, Canada. I got on the show a little late, and I got on where Dr. Peabody was talking about the optics being good, with the president-elect meeting with Stanton. And
he was being derogatory.
Oh, he was? Okay. I said I just got on the show, and I was calling because I was trying to get a clear understanding.
Well, you let the guy space, buddy.
You want,
let him talk.
I missed the part where you were being derogatory. I got on the show late, but the whole thing about the president-elect and VP-elect being out of the country. I think at some point, one of them have to be president in the country throughout the transitional period. Look, Liberia is unlike any other country. We are a country right now that has a lot of problems, a lot of issues. Our people are desperately in need of something to move our country forward. And I think our leaders, those who were entrusted, with the country by our voters, at some point need to show, some physical involvement. And I understand there's a transition period. I understand they may have had some schedule that was already in place, prior to the inauguration. But as I said, Liberia is a different country. There's a lot of complexity in that country, and we need our leaders to start showing some seriousness as far as moving our country forward. So I hope in the coming days, one of them will be back in the country to work with the transitional team, right, so that we can get everything in place for this UP government to get down to work right after the inauguration. So thanks for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Let's check out the next caller here. Caller from 202-2214. Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Your name and where you calling from?
No. Come.
Okay.
Chatting.
I was saying to people.
No.
On day one, defending their own. So anything that you are saying, they will keep pressing what they did is right. If it was awful that I did this, but now it's different, they turn it different. No matter how you will say that constitution, but the matter of fact is, in the outing of data be there as a certification, it's not correct.
Thank you.
The authors are coming on and not good.
Thank you.
No matter how you say it, it's not even something as a discussion.
Thank you.
Along in our pressing, it's not correct.
Thank
That's
you.
what I'm saying.
Thank you. Let's take the next caller. 973-8371. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hello.
Go ahead. Caller from 973-8371. Go ahead. Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Julius Kekula, and I call from New Jersey. But I think I got some issue with Tomalin. Tomalin should understand that every process of the way is very important.
Gosh.
There's no way those individuals that were elected as president and that of vice president, there's no way they can take office without certification. So if you're saying that it's not important because it's not constitutional, it's just being irresponsible. That's why it shows. You understand? There's no way. In fact, the president-elect, there's no good reason given that he left Liberia and come to the United States. The next person is going to Ghana. There's no good reason given to the people. So why are you telling the people? So you think the people just good for the people to go and stay on the line to vote for you, but then at the end of the day, is that you just guide them. That's the same arrogant people talk about doing the election. It's the same arrogant. That's just arrogant right there.
Thank you.
So, Julia, there should be nothing that someone should be justifying over them.
Thank you.
Everything over them is important. As their cone and that of Baka, if they are not certificated as to whether the legislation that will be formed, as to whether will even listen to them.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's take the next caller. 605. Caller from 605-9412. Your name and where you calling from?
I think 1 or 2 more calls, then we gotta go.
Yeah, we got one more actually. Go ahead.
And I join you from South Dakota.
Go ahead.
Let me start out with Tomalin. Tomalin, the best thing you can tell the leader when you're referring to a leader. If they're going wrong, tell them, brother, this one, you guys are going wrong on it. Go back home and attend the certification ceremony. That's what good friend would do to a leader. Okay? You can't back what he's doing. Why is he in Ghana for? It is certification ceremony is that important. They just got elected. Why is Ambassador Boga in America? If you want to tell people, you should go to Mozarado, go to Nimba, go to the home where he hails from, and tell the people thank you for the election. Instead of coming to America, if they're not here issue, then why is he here? And so this is wrong. There's nothing you can do to do, they are not in power yet. President, we are still the president. Okay, we agree. But they are the incoming. What about the optic? What about the president? If you start a president today, you know what? It is a foundation that you built.
Thank you.
As their own glory, as the government incoming, they're supposed to start a president. What is he doing in Ghana? So the best thing you can tell him to not want to tell him nothing, but go back to the next. And then tell the ceremony. Why they should pursue it? Just people them. No.
Thank you.
This is what I will put that is something about a leadership. Someone call you, man, tell you to go back to the next. Whatever he's doing, it's not important as to why the people elected them.
Thank
leadership.
Thank you.
You go put to our leader, tell them the truth. Sometimes know what they're going wrong.
That's it. Thank you. This is the last caller here. Caller 614-6459. Your name and where you calling from?
My name is Desmond Phil. I'm calling from Australia.
Hey, Desmond, welcome to the show.
Thank you. What I want to address here is this notion about the certification. I just want you guys to highlight something. If there's nowhere in the certification rule that said that people have to be in Liberia for the certificate, and there's nowhere in the rules. There's no law that governs that. But this is unprecedented situation. I'm not backing nobody. I'm just highlighting something. So nobody's saying here that they have to be basically at net office in Mosrado. That's not a rule. Somebody look at it. So there's ways for them to be certificated. I'm not backing it. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying so that we can be so focused on past things and not look at the rules that govern things. That's something I want to point out. So that's one thing. The second thing about this Stanton thing, I just want to ask, are you guys okay with Fonatiko being president of Liberia?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. If you're okay with Fonatiko being president, if you're okay with him being speaker, you should be okay with him being president. Because it seems when you're talking about Joseph Boga with Stanton, Fonatiko is a convicted felon. And guess what? He's about to be your speaker. So let's forget about saying, let's forget about the president shaking Stanton hand. Let's focus on the fact, let's talk about how close a felon is to power.
That's fair.
You about to have a speaker that's going to felon about to be a deputy.
Please. Jambi say he's the cleanest guy. Please, man.
Hold up.
Jambi
Why
says he's the cleanest
don't
guy.
you going to answer? I'm not going to answer that guy. But
All right.
the fact that Fonati has served his time. He has served his time. He went through everything, and he has been free.
Yeah. So you cannot compare Fonatiko with Stanton. Please don't even go there. It's not even close.
Okay, but I mean that does not negate the fact that he's.
But listen, Jambi said he's the cleanest guy. Please, he said he clean.
All right, guys. Let's
not even close. Don't even go close to that.
Let's address some of the callers. Can I get a few minutes to address the young man, Mr. Kamara, that called earlier?
Yeah, let's kind of be brief on that.
I think we're closing up.
Yeah, I'll just make my close. That would be my part of my closing. Great show, by the way. It's great when we don't always agree, when we disagree respectfully, and I think it brings fire to the show. So that's a good thing. But listen, I'm not criticizing Joseph Boakai for doing what Joseph Boakai does. Joseph Boakai can do what Joseph Boakai wants to do. But what we are debating here is the optics. In every government, optics is important, and there's no optics without strategist, right? You have to strategize what you say. You have to be very strategic in what you put out for public statements and public consumptions. You have to be very, very careful because people will dissect every single thing that you say, every single press release that I put out, and every action that you do. So Joseph Boakai is an elderly statesman. He gets to do what he wants to do. That's his business. But there are certain actions, again, that should be very strategic and well thought out. And that's what I was talking about. Last thing I want to say is that we we only have one president at the time. And I think Joseph Walker understands that. I think part of the reason why if there have been any meetings done, secret, high profile meetings, part of the reason why they are not releasing those information is because they understand that we only have one leader at the time. George Weah is the president of Liberia, and George Weah is constitutionally the only leader who is clothed with the authority to negotiate and speak on the behalf of the Liberian people. There can be no high profile meetings done on behalf of Liberia with the president elect in this United States because this country understands the saying of there only one president of the time at the time. So all of these secret meetings and high profile meetings, these meetings cannot be done constitutionally, legally, in the interest or on behalf of the Liberian people. So I just wanted to put that out there. So we're very careful with how we talk about this high profile meeting. Leaders that were duly elected, President George Weah, the vice president, and other appointed officials still have few more weeks to lead and represent Liberia. They are the only one cloth with that authority to speak on the behalf of Liberian people that will affect the economy, health, security, so forth and so on. Joseph Boakai is technically still a private citizen because he has not yet been inaugurated into office. But it's a great show and it's great discussion. We all love our countryman and we want Joseph Boakai to succeed. And I'm praying that Joseph Boakai succeed. But we must also be honest. We must be honest. We must give him time, but we must be honest in our criticism, and we must not turn into what we have experienced for the past few years as far as this government is concerned. Thank you.
Who going next? Keff.
Peabody,
Well, I'll go next. Look, guys.
Forget that you moderating.
Look, I'll go next. Look, next, guy. It was a great show. Honestly, we disagree, we agree, and that's what makes the show. Nobody will have the same view here on the show. I think we set it off, but what I think is uh, come on January 22nd, the new president will be inaugurated. The one thing we should understand here, these are the little things that the Liberian people look for as well. If you are missing the little program like the certification, all of that, and you're not going to be part of it, I think the precedent is very bad. This is if you are coming as a leader who's going to respect the rule of law, this is an example that you should have followed. At least stay in the country after that, or you could have left on the same day, because the reason for your travel, really, if it was if it was medical, something else, yes, granted. I think that shouldn't be anything to argue about. But you said to meet with Liberians and aspire and other things. I think you should have done more than that. I know it does not have any effect and stuff like that, but I think the precedent is very, very bad, and I think I hope that he will learn from this. But overall, it was a great show. Let me say the closing argument. uh, is here to stay. Those who said that we were dead, we have been, we're alive again, and we'll even go bigger. I just thought that Sunday will be coming, or maybe not this Sunday, but we'll be coming with a program on Sunday where we'll have questions about religion, Christian, Islam, and all of that, and the callers will be rewarded a prize and all of that. We're still working on that, and we'll bring it out and stuff like that. I mean, we're not sure yet whether we're going to do a Christmas gift because the time is very short, but we'll see what happens. But guys, it was a great show and good to see all of you guys.
Well, let me say this quick before when you guys will close. Guys, you see, we made the same argument. We especially during the COVID time, we had uh, the global economy went down, crash. We felt that in America, all over the world. We try to explain to the people, but the other side from the Unity Party said, no, they can handle it because they handle Ebola. They say they can handle it. They told us no, and we said this. They told us no. They went. They made the argument. We made our argument, and they won. They buy them. They buy the argument. So, because in the spirit of uniting the nation, in the spirit of moving Liberia forward, I tend to be on the train and believe them. So why are you telling me, no, I should manage it? It will be hard. No, 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 no. I'm the one actually on their side. I believe in them. I tend to believe them because they beat me. They won the argument. I lost the argument. So I'm on the train. So in the spirit of uniting Liberia, I'm not going to come here and say they cannot do it. No, no, no. I will not say they can't do it. They can do it. They will do it. Don't tell me, oh no, what they say is politics. They're not going to do it. Who will do it in 100 days? Oh, guys, I believe them. I believe them because the will of the people spoke. So we'll come now and say, oh, that politics now, that politics. Also, so the 90 days, the 100 days, the 100 days, no car will be stuck on the thing.
No, but we gotta wait for the 100 days. And
so no, you see what I'm saying here, Robert. I'm not telling you. I'm just telling you. I believe them.
Got you.
They're planning the 100 days. I believe them. They will do it. So I'm on their side. You guys, you see, let me tell you, the Unity Party should be angry at y'all because you guys are saying you're lying. No, I say no. I believe the car will not be stuck. Matter of fact, all the country will get TV. I believe them. Everybody's salary will be up in the first 100 days. I believe them because they beat me. I lost.
Kev, you funny, man.
so why now we'll change it? I'm saying I believe the 100 days plan. You say no, I mean, it's too early. It's too early. Oh, you telling me it's too early to believe them? No, I believe them. Because they're telling us we should believe them. Matter of fact, the next day after they won the election, the first interview that they interviewed GMB, he said that again. No car in the first 100 days. Hey man, I thought it's a papier of integrity. You're telling me I shouldn't believe him? I'll believe him. So we shouldn't play that thing. Kev, is too early. It's too early to believe somebody. You tell me now. No, I'm on the train. I'm on the train for the whole Liberia to have 24-hour current. I'm on the train that no, No chairman will sell on the street. No market. No chairman will sell market on the street.
Thank you, Kev.
I'm on the train. You guys don't take me out of that train. I'm on that train. We will see that train. And let me say this quickly, Lofa. Quickly. You see, they have a team, and everybody said JMB is a very strict man. He knows exactly. He's a veteran. They put him in that lane that we not there. We reckless. So when they made that statement and they put that statement up, they said Jeremiah Kuhn will be heading the day-to-day operation of the transitional team. He will be in concert and meeting with Kimia. Kimia is waiting in his office every day. Jeremiah Kuhn, no show. Then you said to us, it's okay? No, it's not. You got to be on the ground in order for you to know that if there's a turnover note and everything there, you have to see books there, things there, you have to see. So he's sitting in Ghana, relaxing for nothing. I agree with the caller. If there was a complete statement saying that the reason we are out of Liberia is more important than we in Liberia, I have no argument. I will not argue. But no reason Jeremiah Kuhn is in Ghana. No statement. No statement. The only thing he just texting say, I'm a superintendent of Mr. Vice President elect. You are the Vice President elect, head of the transitional team. We need to see you and see how you're going to run the country. So guys, we shouldn't buy that. To your caller that said, they gave you a start date, but please, Madam Caller, they have orientation date, and the transitional team is the orientation. You see what in the book, what you're going to do, and that, because they bring in fresh guys. They need to see. Jeremiah could never be a vice president before. He needs to understand it. He needs to understand what his role. So that's why you have a rotation day. So you can't hire you, then the next day you are the job. No, it's not possible. So I rest for now.
Thank you.
Guys, let me end. Guys, thanks a lot. Heron, Julius, and Robert. Thank you, guys, man. You guys are just awesome. Let me say this. Guys, election is over. We have incoming administration. Let us give them the opportunity to, like Robert says, settle in. There will be more time for criticism, more time to be critical. Yes, it is true. There's no secret that we during the runoff, we supported, some of us supported President Weah for the re-election bid. The election is over. In fact, the same night the president conceded, we all came out, especially I came up and issued a statement congratulating President-elect Boyka and wishing him the best wishes for his administration. Now, I would say this, coming to the issue of Unity Party press release, all I want to say that the press release should be in consonance with whatever the president-elect is doing. So let's assume that whatever the press release says, when we see pictures out there, let it correspond with what the press release says. Okay, that's what I would think. Then at least that would be fine. But for now, we give you the benefit of the doubt that he meeting stakeholders and UP partisans and supporters. That's good. Just that it should correspond with exactly what the press release says. Number one. Number two, the certification of them tomorrow. Look, they have 46 days for now till the 22nd of January. If by the 20th of January, 21st, if there's no sign of the president-elect and the vice president in the country, yes, we'll raise concern that because the Constitution saying Article 53, the president and the vice president shall, before entering on the execution of the duties, take a solemn oath of office on that third working Monday to be administered by the Chief Justice or whoever the senior person, if she is not there. So come January 22nd, if they are not in the country, they're not there for the program, we'll have concern. And the issue will be what happens. But until reach that point, let us believe that they are not in office, and President Weah is still in charge. Vice President Howard is still in charge. And as far as they're concerned, the two teams, transitional teams, are in meeting. They are meeting every day, and they are. By the end of the day, we're here for the transitional team. Now, uh, let us understand that we should be objective and reasonable when we have these deliberations. I love it. Today, people are saying, "Oh, they already accused me of taking bribe." They quote on top of taking bribe. I weigh America and take bribe already. They put on power taking bribe, but we gotta be objective, people. Let's be mindful. At the end of the day, there'll be plenty of time to criticize, plenty of time. But for God's sake, these people are not in charge. The country is still moving. President Weah is still conducting the affairs of the country. The country is still on moving in the CDC timeline. So I give them time. But tomorrow program, if they are not there, they already asked for postponement. So we got 46 days. They will continue the days. Well, we know that the 2 days, important days, you remember, the day of certification, which it will come to another date, and January 15th, we will have a new speaker elected and a pro temp, because the two bodies, they got to meet together in joint session to do whatever we expect on January 22nd. So when we see that happen, come to that point, we understand. So I beg you, for God's sake, let us give them a chance. They aren't taking office yet. We'll get them when they take office, 100 days, 400 days, see what it will do. From there, we'll hold them accountable. And lastly, the closing argument crew will be in your area this weekend. On the East Coast will be attending Reverend Martin benefit banquet for the Child Lever Martin Foundation. They're raising funds. Will be with them this weekend, tomorrow evening, and then we ended up in Delaware on Saturday. So, guys, thank you again, Julius, Robert. We appreciate you guys. Heron Jala, let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's see what happens for the Christmas. We are working on things. Let's see what happens. But, God, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And all our audience, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you. In this light, I would just, say to all of us, it was a great conversation, I must admit. Great interaction from our audience as well. Let me use this opportunity to extend birthday greetings to Mr. Alexander Cummings. Of course, he celebrates his birthday today. Miss Rebecca Logan in Liberia. And of course, congratulations to Love Hopkins, who will be, celebrating her newborn on the weekend. Now, with that said, let me just say something quickly. Liberian, we often found to be reactive as compared to being proactive. I remember a few years ago, Darius DeLon, similar issue with Darius DeLon. When DeLon won the election, some of us came on the next day and we started to, propound on issues that needed to be addressed, coming in as the light, the man who claimed to have been the light. Unfortunately, folks came at us. Oh, the man is yet to be certificated. Let the man rest. We took all the insults. 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, Darius DeLon publicly announced that he shamed his mother. You all know the story. Then it became a continuous process where he started to go down the lane because everyone were afraid to erect the needed checkpoint at the time we needed to do it. And today, the issue of Darius DeLon being the light is history now. No one can reference him as the light. Again, he's now the candle. The candle provides light to some extent, but let's be honest to ourselves. The issue of us having to sit here and say, because these individuals, the president-elect and the vice president-elect, are yet to be inaugurated. So when they are carrying on these kind of behaviors where they are asking to have a program to be postponed, something that would be considered historical, something that is yet to happen, and we say, let us not criticize them, let us not hold them accountable for these kind of behaviors. I think we should not do that. We should not continuously remain in the mode of being reactive. Every time things happen, then we react. We can sometimes exhibit the behavior of being proactive so that it is prevented So we will not continuously fall victims. And that's part of the reason why today we find ourselves electing bad leaders. Some of our senators who are found to be corrupt, some of our representatives, we are even allegedly, we have people who are involved with drugs, okay, serving as lawmakers in our country. It is because we continuously react to things as compared to us being proactive. I think that there are a lot of things that we need to do. There isn't time to our advantage. We will and we should continuously hold this elected government feet to the fire until we can start to sense success. That's what the Liberian people want, and that's why they voted Honorable Joseph Numa Boyka and Mr. Jeremiah Combs into office with the expectation that from the day they're elected, they will get on the ground running, and the feet will be happily running from start to end until the people will celebrate them in the streets of Monrovia and every other part of Liberia and say, thank God for the decision we made. Until then, we will not keep quiet. We will hold them accountable for what is expected, and we will continue to do that without any fear or favor. We will just remain respectful for the fact that they are elected officials, and we will not go beyond what is expected of us. But I want to say again, guys, it was a great show. Wonderful time being on here. Hopefully, by God's grace, we will all see here again. I know we don't have a show tomorrow, so probably Monday we'll be right back here. Thanks to everybody for being here. You guys stay warm. For those of you in Minnesota.
30 seconds. I want to say something to Fanatico for quick. Just 30 seconds. Those who talking about want to compare Stanton and Fanatico has proven, tested, work in the government, a deputy speaker. You cannot compare. You cannot compare. So don't compare the two. This man is ready to be speaker. He's being tested.
Thank you.
So you cannot compare the two.
So I just wanted to say, what's his name? Julius. Next time, don't even mention that man name.
Who?
I've never seen any Liberian that can lie like Dylan. They don't can lie like that. Yeah.
But you know, Robert, to be honest with you,
don't even
we all supported Darius DeLon and we advocated for this guy. The day this man was elected, we came up and started saying things that were happening in the house. We expected this, and Liberian came insulting. I still have screenshots of some of the people cussing me. Okay, it didn't even last a month. Darius DeLon came up and started apologizing for something very common that he could just state it openly. Yeah,
the lies
from DeLon. He knows how to act to the camera.
Something simple.
Yeah, but you're giving the man, you're getting the man chance, right? When people were talking, they say giving chance. It's simple. They say
that's what they told me. Yeah, that's exactly what they told me.
But man, the time, man, the time. Our guys got to go.
All right, guys.
And
I said, hey, Jala, I will call you. I will call you back. Okay.
All right. And I tell you on that note, this is how we like to call your day. Let me say many thanks to the team there. I heard a fan.